Johnny Murray here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Gears of War E-Day. We're going to be talking about it because this is a big game, and this is one of the ones I've been really itching to do a video about because, I mean, if you're a Gears of War fan, if you're an Xbox fan, you know how big this is. You know how important this is and how excited everyone is. But there is a couple more things that we need to talk about when it comes to Gears of War E-Day. It's not just boom, in your face value. There is a lot to talk about, and I think there is a lot to discuss, interesting talking points. So we're going to do that in this video. We're going to discuss a whole bunch of different things about the game, not just, oh my gosh, I love it, because there is way more to it that may even make you love it more than you already do. But if you guys love gaming, if you guys love Xbox, if you guys love PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever, consider subscribing, share with your friends, leave a comment down below. What is your hype level for Gears of War E-Day? I'll tell you right now, it is easily one of my most anticipated games right now. So let's get talking about it. So Gears of War E-Day. So they announced it at the Xbox Game Showcase 2024, which was, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10 masterpiece of a showcase. Don't really know how you can get much better than it. And it was the show closer. Obviously, they had Black Ops 6 Direct right afterwards, but that wasn't technically a part of the show itself. In terms of the Xbox Game Showcase, Gears of War E-Day was the final announcement, and they really focused in on it. It was the only game that had like a different colored world premiere screen. Like normally it'll go Bethesda Presents, Activision Presents, World Premiere, and it has this green background. But this one, the final one, it went Xbox Game Studios Presents, and it was red. And right off then, you're like, okay, I think I know what's going on. And what was so cool is there were so many leaks, so many rumors that, oh, we're getting a Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection, or we're getting Gears of War 6. And that's what everyone was expecting. I was super duper confident we were going to be getting Gears of War 6. But then to my surprise, the trailer started and you see Marcus Phoenix. And then you start hearing the music. And then you see Dom. And then you're like, oh my gosh, what is, like, are we going to a prequel? And then it flashes Gears of War E-Day as the title, and it was just an amazing trailer. We'll get into like some of the nostalgia and just what it had to do, but really it was just such a special treat for us Gears of War fans because, you know, it's been a while, and there have been a lot of complaints about 4 and 5. Personally, I still think they are great games, although they are different, that is for sure. The original trilogy of Gears of War holds just a special place in anybody's hearts who's played them. And yeah, it really was just so awesome to see Marcus and Dom back together with the Mad Day music playing in the background, and with that awesome surprise of Gears of War E-Days. Leaks suck, guys, because having that surprise just felt so awesome, and a lot of times we don't get surprised. Imagine if we didn't know about Doom to Dark Ages. Imagine, and it was just a show opener, and nobody saw it coming. Imagine how awesome that would have been, man. It would have been just so cool. But nonetheless, they did show a trailer, and it is confirmed to be a prequel. So it is going to be taking place, I do believe they said, about 14 years before, you know, Gears of War 1, and we'll be focusing on Marcus Phoenix and Dom. Now, I think this is a really interesting move because obviously a lot of people, like I just said, thought we were going in the Gears of War 6 direction, myself included. And you know, I do believe this is the best decision to make. Do a prequel and then do Gear 6 later on, because people do want something different. We need to revitalize Gears, and I think down the line, if after everybody falls in love with Gears again because of E-Day, then you do Gears of War 6, and that's going to look so good that everyone's like, maybe let me give 4 and 5 another try, and maybe it'll start aging like fine wine, even though I already think they are great games. But I think this is very interesting because there are a lot of people who haven't either played it in a long time or haven't played Gears of War yet. And I think this is a really interesting thing. I was talking with on the podcast, Player Way, make sure you go check that out, about it's a very interesting situation for people who haven't played it before. Do you play the prequel first and then 1, 2, and 3? Or do you play 1, 2, and 3 and then the prequel? Because what you get either way, there are pros and cons to both. If you play the prequel first and then 1, 2, and 3, you're gonna get that nice linear story. It's gonna tell the story, and it's gonna be awesome. But then at the same time, if you do 1, 2, and 3, and then the prequel, there is obviously gonna be so much nostalgia and so much like fan service. Just the trailer alone had that, and I think it would be really, really interesting to experience that. So to me, I've already played 1, 2, and 3, so I'm gonna be getting that nostalgia and fan service galore, which I'm so excited about. But I do think it is interesting for to look at. If I haven't played it, what direction do I go? Personally, I would recommend doing 1, 2, 3, and then E-Day, just so you get that little bit of nostalgia fan service. And I think it'd be really interesting to see how everything unfolds, because obviously this is a story we know and love. It'd be so interesting to see how all this started, how it all unfolded, and I think that's what this is. This is truly going to be a game for Gears of War fans, and I'm so excited. They have confirmed that they will be doing Gears of War 6. They will continue that story, and I think that's good because they did leave 5 on a huge cliffhanger, and they need to finish off Kate's story. They need to finish off that trilogy. And which I'm all for as well, because like I said, I love 4 and 5. 4 might actually be my favorite. I'm not even gonna lie. 4 is just absolutely awesome. And 5 is also really great. So I'm looking forward to Gear 6 whenever it happens, but nonetheless, I am stoked of E-Day. I'm actually more happy that it's E-Day than 6 right now. And so yeah. Now the trailer itself, it's kind of confusing right now, but from what we've heard, it is in-engine Unreal Engine 5. It's using assets and it is using in-game assets in the trailers. So it's not necessarily, it's not a in-game cutscene, but it's a trailer rendered in-engine. So it's really confusing. Nonetheless, it's the Coalition. It's going to look fantastic, and we do know it is Unreal Engine 5, and we just know that's going to look insane. And so that is really exciting, as well as they did confirm something afterwards that I think is also really awesome, and that is the fact that they've confirmed they're going back to their horror roots, their horror elements. And I think this is absolutely a 10 out of 10 W right here, because for those of you who don't know and haven't played Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, you may know Gears right now as, oh, it's this action, third-person shooter, brutal, over-the-top action. And yes, it is, but believe it or not, Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 had a lot of horror elements to it. It could have technically been classified as a horror game, and I love that. That is, to me, that is why the original trilogy will always be superior over 4 and 5, because of that horror aspect. It just gives it a whole different vibe that just fits the franchise and world so perfectly. And they have confirmed they are going back to those horror elements, and that makes me so happy. I can't wait to see what they can do with Unreal Engine 5, the Coalition, and their just absolute masterclass of game development. I am super duper excited. Now, here's where the question still remains, because while we didn't really get a huge trailer, it was a phenomenal trailer. It was the perfect trailer to end the show. It was the perfect time to show the game. And we didn't get a release date. Now, I'm not surprised by this at all. To me, it's 2026 and beyond. There's no way it releases next year. There's no way it releases this year, obviously. But to me, it is easily going to be 2026 or after. If I had to predict, here's my theory. I think this is a very possible scenario where it is going to be a next gen title. I think it will release as a launch title for the next generation console. And the reason I say that is because there have been rumors and inside sources claiming that Xbox is considering releasing their next gen console earlier than PlayStation. So they're going to cut this current generation a little bit short to kind of just switch it up and release their next gen console in 2026. I think this is a really good idea. I've talked about this on multiple occasions. You're going to hear it in a bunch of other video games that I cover. I'm going to be doing Perfect Dark. I'm going to be doing I don't even know, just a whole bunch of different games. And I'm going to bring that up again because I do think doing 2026 as a next gen release will be really huge. I'm personally rooting for it. I think that this is a great idea. And I do think Gears E-Day has a shot of releasing that year and would be the perfect launched title, because let's see, if you have Gears of War, Perfect Dark, maybe State of Decay, those are your launch titles, whatever the Call of Duty is that year, that's an awesome launch lineup. And what you need your flagship Xbox franchise with a launch. You need to take notes off of off of this generation when you had to delay Halo Infinite. Halo is the Xbox franchise. I don't know if I would still say that. It was the Xbox franchise. It was supposed to be the launch title for the Series X and S, and it unfortunately got delayed by a whole year, and that did not happen, and there was a lot of backlash, a lot of problems with that. This is the chance to redeem yourself. Gears of War E-Day, everybody's hyped, and to release it for next gen would just be huge because, quite frankly, Gears of War fans are back. They are feeling the love of the franchise right now, and I haven't heard people talking this much about Gears of War in so long, and just over the moon about the franchise and the direction we're going. And I'm a part of that boat. I am so excited for this game, and I just feel like, is this my most anticipated game? Like, as of right now, no, but it's one of them. It's one of them. Are there other games during the Xbox Game Showcase that I'm more excited for? At the moment, yes, there is. But I feel like I had to start with this game because it just means so much to us fans. And I do feel like this game, at the end of the day, will have the biggest implications of Xbox as a brand. And so I just had to talk about it. Let me know, guys, what your thoughts on all this Gears of War situation is. All I know is the positivity's through the roof, and my excitement is over the roof, and I can't be more happy the fact that they even announced another Gears of War games, because we've waited quite a bit. 2019 was the last one. Yeah, man, absolutely love it. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Jeremy out. Peace.